Listen, I came on here because I wanted to give anybody the opportunity. They say, hey, Law. Give anybody the opportunity to ask me any questions y'all want to know, because I said I was going to be an open book. So, hey. Thank you. Listen, I got it braided. It's that time of the year where it's hustle time. I kept stretching my eyeballs at the reunion. Listen, they big either way. So, you know, it is what it is. Why did they cut out what you said to Mel? To save her. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Is there any truth between you and Martell? Listen, I am so sick and tired of answering that question. The answer to the question is no for the millionth time. And like I've said, y'all know Martell from TV. Y'all know him just in his personality. He would have been told y'all. Y'all know he can't hold nothing, especially don't piss him off. He gonna tell it all. Listen, the reality of it is I'm probably the only friend he ain't slept with. That's why we still cool. Let me stop talking too much. Don't be mean. You listen. I don't bother nobody unless they bother me. But I need you to get down, though. I need you to get down, Stink. Do I really want to reveal my love life? It's nothing to hide. You know, I feel safe. So I don't mind sharing bits and pieces of what's going on. Like, I ain't gonna be in my bedroom or nothing like that. But you know, yeah. I think I was just hurting what everyone hurt. I mean, hey, people been hurt. You think it hurt to be divorced with a 3-week-old baby? That hurt too. But I'm not trying to make nobody else hurt. So that's I mean, everybody's different though. I need a spin-off. I'm telling you. They talking about, you know, I don't reveal much, and you know, there's a story to be told. It's so much story to be told. Maybe it's too much. People don't like her due to the fact that she's honest. I mean, I feel like I'm sometimes honest to a fault, because I really believe that people like fake. I really believe people like fake. They, you know, after you come out of a divorce and you're rebuilding your life, nobody comes back with a brand new house, and especially when they file bankruptcy. Let's be clear. Nobody comes back with a brand new house and $1 million. It just don't work that way. The reality of it is that you have to build yourself back up. And then with a small child and all those things too, or multiple kids, I can only imagine how hard that was. But show the real. Don't have people feeling like, you know, it's that easy, because it's really not. It's really not. People are starting to like the fake more and more these days, and the gaslighting and all of that stuff is just No, I didn't file for bankruptcy. Y'all do your research. Y'all know what castmates file for bankruptcy. Y'all moving so fast, I can't even answer these questions. Did you see the interview with Carlos and Dustin talking about you? I did not. Can you explain the money Mel gifted to you? For the 100th time, Mel decided that she wanted to be a good friend in the moment, and she sent it to my, was it CashApp or PayPal? I think it was PayPal, because we had did some business dealings and she already had the account. So it was like her making a nice gesture as a friend, something I didn't ask for, something I said I wanted to actually give back, but I felt like it was a gift from the heart in the moment. Did I really, really need it in the moment? I wouldn't say yes. And I wouldn't say that I wasn't appreciative of it, because I really, really was. I mean, I was building. I was using my savings. I was doing all the things that I did. I know how to do to survive. So I'll never negate the fact that it was a sweet gesture in the moment. But now looking back, I feel like, because what they did cut out of the reunion was when I said, you know, you came to my house, you knew what was going on. Then you asked me about, you know, the whole legal thing that I was going through, and then you said in that same breath that we weren't good. So if we weren't good, why would you even offer? Why would you even do that? So, okay, baby. It was almost like, was it a setup? Was it a setup to be able to say, well, I did it for you in your time of need? So, yeah. No. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with helping a friend. I helped her too. So what they did cut out was that, I was saying, because when you file bankruptcy, you're not just bouncing back and doing things like I just said. So when said friend, car kept breaking down, I was the one that was picking her up, and it was a bonding thing for us too, because we both had, small children. Our children are young. Her youngest and mine are 6 months apart. 5 to 6 months apart. So, when her car would break down and I would have to pick her up, I had errands that I needed to finish, and so did she. So we did it together. I talked about that at the reunion. I also talked about when it completely broke down and I had to be the one to use my credit to rent cars because she couldn't. Because you can't when you have bankruptcy and you don't have a credit card. And also when you owe them because you didn't return cars, or whatever the case may be. So, people are like, oh, you shouldn't tell stuff. The real is the real. This is what happened. The real is that she was a friend to me in a moment and decided that just listening to me and what I was going through, that she wanted to gift me something, and I was appreciative of it. But also don't make it a one-sided thing, because it wasn't. And people keep saying that she has her guard up from being hurt and pushing people away is unintentionally. I feel like I agree with that to a certain extent, but you're going to be really alone. God didn't design us to be on an island by ourselves. That's why it's a thing called humanity, because we all need each other. We're all going to need somebody at one point in time. And, this is the reality of it. Even if it's just emotional support, even if it's a babysitter with, I'm here at my best friend's house from almost, telling my age, but it's over 20-some years, but we ain't never had no issues like that I've experienced with this to this level. I've never had it at all. And they've seen the good, the bad, and ugly with Destiny. And
yeah.
For real. And so we're still here. You can have conflict and disagreements, but there should be resolution if you value that person. That's just what it is. You learn 10 things about Mel and 0 about me. So let me run it down. Y'all seen that I talked about my mom being on drugs. I talked about that on the show. I talked about her still fighting the battle. I talked about my father having to not adopt me, but fight for custody of me. That was in the scene with Tiffany and I. I've talked about my dad being sick. That didn't make it. That was edited out. He actually told me on camera that he was sick, and I didn't know until after we finished that episode that he had cancer. I didn't know that. You've also seen me as a celebrity and a person that's a public figure tell that I was on public assistance. How many people are gonna keep it that real? Y'all made that to be a lie, saying, oh, you got a PPP loan. If you're smart, you know that public assistance and your business are separate. And then 2, I wasn't referring to a PPP loan. I said, no, I'm not referring to that. I was referring to public assistance. And because I'm an honest person, regardless of what y'all want to feel or think. And you know a lot about me. You know that I've been singing and acting for a long time. I've talked about that. So, y'all can say what y'all say. But because I didn't say, oh, this is what happened in my divorce, and this is this, and this is that, y'all feel like y'all don't know about me. But my intent was to, leave my situation intact where I can look at my son and say, I didn't trash somebody because I was hurt or I was angry. So that's more important to me. And that I do tell my story in a way that it is beneficial to other people and can be safe and not toxic. And that's where I'm at. Most of my cast members have said you're difficult to work with. And Carlos. Well, I've never worked with Carlos as far as production of a show. He has produced Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then he said he doesn't have to be there. So I've never worked with Carlos directly. When you say someone's difficult because they don't want to say certain things in scenes or certain things that I can't talk about legally, and there's no protection for me if I do, because again, it's public knowledge. As much as y'all dig up my licenses and go through all this dirt, y'all could have saw my divorce decree. It's public knowledge. Y'all can see all the motions that have been filed against me from my ex-husband. It's public knowledge. So everything that is supposedly a lie, y'all can refute in black and white. And at the end of the day, like, if I agree to not speak about my ex-husband on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, if I do, then I'm held in contempt of court. Do you know what that means? That means I go to jail. I'm not going to jail for none of y'all. So my storyline ain't worth me going to jail. And if y'all think that I was supposed to just, regurgitate all of that stuff because y'all feel like it was deserving because I'm on a reality show, y'all can really kiss what. Because ain't none one of y'all going to be there to bail me out and take care of my baby. So it is what it is. Any fertility issues with baby law? No fertility issues with baby law. He actually is as you can see, he's the one I carried to term. So the 5 prior to that I was unable to carry to term, and I didn't think that I could. But after I got married and got pregnant naturally with law, we actually had a fertility appointment that next month in November. I got married in September, and I was already pregnant naturally, nothing but God. So they don't answer crazy questions. Which ones are crazy? Did you sell her the house? No, I didn't sell it to her. I love you. Talk off camera. We have Angela Rose. It's not dirt throwing. At this point, it's just the truth. All right, you gonna be a drummer? I don't throw dirt. It's the truth. His loss. It is what it is. Listen, I've never seen anything in black and white, so what I won't do is throw out something and let people run with it, unlike other people. And so I don't know if she's renting or not. I do know that the house wasn't sold to her. And I know what I was told, that it was a rent to own. Dinner is all it is. A reunion. Over. Who forget his reality TV and Destiny Life is here. She's still a person. Thank you. Well, it's dirty truth. I don't know. Baby boy's up late. Yeah, he is. Were the 5 miscarriages with your ex-husband? They were. Am I coming back to the show? I would hope so. How did Mel know that you called? She never answered. I don't know what that means. Reality TV shows, what they want us to see. Surely lots is left out. Absolutely. But when the question is posed to a person that they're saying is not giving, and I say, well, y'all are not showing what I'm giving, it's kind of like, why does it need to be said? Well, we've all been through that. We've all experienced that. But they're not cutting out the things that you are showing that are pertinent to your life. So yeah, what I'm not gonna do on this live is answer a lot of questions about people's personal renting and owning. Like, y'all can miss me with that. Like, y'all ask her.
Not you coming on and now saying, don't ask me, ask her. But you've already said all the things about her that was about her and not much about you. I feel like, first of all, she's not saying much right now. That's why I'm talking over her. But my point is, the reunion has happened. You said, I don't want to be her friend no more. Then why are you bringing up more stuff that if she see this, I would go off on you? Not she, girl. Destiny is so fake. I just can't take it. I just feel like if y'all have issues that you feel like y'all not friends no more, you should not be on your live bringing up new stuff that no one has already heard. You bringing up new stuff about Mel, but then saying, I'm not going to be on here talking about that lady, but you already was. Girl, stop. Anyway, y'all, keep listening. Love y'all. Happy birthday to me. Okay, bye.
Why did you say you never want to be friends with Melody again? Would you? I mean, let's be real. Like I've said multiple times, when you deal with opposition, as I was just talking about my mom and my friend Keisha, I'm just saying, like, when you go through opposition, how you move in opposition with anyone in a relationship, in a friendship, excuse me, how you move in opposition lets you know how you move forward. And this phase of opposition ain't something that I want to deal with ever again. So yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm slick on that, as Kimmy would say. Are you Mr. Handsome still together? And he'll be Mr. Handsome. I call him Mr. Wonderful, but Mr. Handsome and I are still together. Yes, we are. He is Yes, we are. And he's definitely down to support me and be a part of the season if necessary, for sure. Cause Jacob from Atlanta, I guess she's because she started the show and Millie does whatever she wants. And like she said, she's never held accountable. That she's not. Listen, I don't have to show anybody's true colors. They all, I mean, it comes out, and ain't nothing you can do to hide who you really are. How is it gonna work with Tisha? It's cool. Like, I mean, because you put your license with someone doesn't make them your boss. Like, I really do my own thing. Like, I had, position with working with D.R. Horton as a builder prior to moving my license. So I just do my thing. And that's my broker. She just makes sure that I'm where I need to be when my paperwork is right and that all fees are paid up and all that other good stuff. Face card is right. You are pretty. Oh, thank you. I like to be pretty on the inside too. And that requires work in this world. Yes. Do I want more children? If you would have asked me that last year, I would have been a hell to the no. But because Moses doesn't have any children, I'm open. Do I have a relationship with Ariana? I've never met Ariana. I've never met her. I don't know her. Love and Marriage DC on TV. Please stop talking about Melly. Talk about yourself. But you on here get out. Don't. All right. You right. Yes, I'm still friends with Tisha. Oh, I wasn't here at the reunion because he's not on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I guess you'll say I am, so he should be. I'm learning that whole process. You and your boo are a beautiful couple. Thank you. You're very much your mother. Listen, y'all can ask him. Enough no time. Let's talk about Destiny. Listen, y'all ask me questions, and then when I answer them, then y'all tell me enough. Like, which one do y'all want? I can't please all of y'all. I'm out boring. Well, you shouldn't have been here, sir, ma'am, whatever you are. Please look at the review by Destiny Carlos. Do I want to? Next season, if you return to speak about you, last season spoke mainly about the person that decided not to film with people when they asked me to speak. So, hey, I can't look at that. Wow. Sorry, people are saying don't answer these questions. My moderator just let me know they have kicked over 40 people out that have been negative. Over 40 people. That's crazy. All right, y'all keep saying don't speak about a certain person, but y'all keep speaking about a certain person. And y'all want to hear about me, but ask me about me. I can't just, what you want me to just blah? I don't even know what to say. Pretty teeth and beautiful smile. Thank you. I was not feeling how Kimmy talked to you. I understand she was going through something deep. Love you, but what's going on with that? Hey, that shocked me just as much as it shocked y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Why would Moses be at the reunion? He wasn't really in the show. Yeah. I was hoping you spilled the beans about Melly at the reunion. Yeah. Is it true that you don't have full custody on my son? He's with me now. Like, he's always with me. When y'all see me doing interviews, he's interrupting. He's pulling my hair. I mean, I do have full custody of my son. I always have, except for that one little moment. I think when I spoke about it, I think people either misunderstood what I was saying or ran with the narrative. But what I said was, and let's to clarify, when I had a default judgment because I didn't respond to my divorce, because I don't know any woman that would be 3 weeks postpartum, 3 weeks postpartum with a child in their right mind. And for me, it was like I'm getting these, I got served, and then I didn't respond. And if you look it up, it's black and white polling out, because I know y'all like to say that I don't tell the truth, which is far from the truth, is when you don't respond, there's a thing called a default judgment, which means that whatever was requested, you get. So he requested no child support and joint custody. So me, I had spoken to some attorneys. I hadn't really pushed the button on anything because I was like, I really wanted to file for a separation because it was so volatile. But what I decided to do was just kind of sit back and be a mom, and do what I needed to do to be healthy as a mom at 3 weeks. So when I didn't respond, actually I responded to him in person, but he never let his attorneys know. So instead of him letting them know, they just went ahead and filed for the divorce. And what happened was He got his default, and he requested an expedited. He put in an expedited request for full custody, and my son was 3 weeks old and breastfed. And so because he had the default already, they gave it to him. And it was not, oh, I'm going to look at who she is or how she is or what she is as a mother. He's a 3-week-old breastfed baby. There's nothing to look at. Like, he should be with his mom. But because that happened, I had to appeal it. And what a lot of people don't know is that I actually had to, secure myself and my son during that time. After that, instead of going forward with the divorce, we decided that we were going to reconcile, and we moved back into the marital home together, and we were working through, and it wasn't working. And so I decided to leave at that point because it had just gotten so bad. So to clarify, I know people were saying, it was cold for him to file for divorce 3 weeks after, but I was the one that made a final decision to finally just say it's enough. Enough is enough. So with all that being said, yeah, I have custody of my son. He's always with me. That's my rainbow baby. I love him. The question is actually triggering because it's so disrespectful to me after I tried 5 times to have this child. He's my 6th pregnancy, and he's here. So I'm grateful. I am truly grateful, and it's one of my biggest goals and biggest dreams in life was to become a mom, and I am. So I thank God for it, and I'm grateful for that gift, for sure. But everybody thinks you're so mean and rude, but I actually love your personality. You ain't faking at all. It is crazy because I really am kind of like, and I'm not going to ever hold you. I don't do well with disrespect. I will stand my ground. I am very, very protective of people that I love. I am a fighter and a survivor by nature. But I really just be chilling. I really, really do. I don't bother anybody. But I ain't gonna let nobody bother me either. You ain't gonna bother me. Am I going to fill in the blanks? What blanks do I need to fill in, Shay? Shay Millie? Let me know. And you ask the questions that need to be filled in, and I got you. When is your divorce? When is your divorce final? I know you have you. The divorce is final. It was final. It'll be 2 years in April. I have been divorced. Carlos, Mr. T, when you said Mel, I would have cut you off. If I would have cut you off, I would need to cut off Martell because I have seen too. I didn't mince words. Truly believe the viewers would view you differently if you would stop allowing yourself to get so triggered that you become the unfair stereotype of an angry black woman. I'm team Melody. I'm team nobody. Sorry. I believe viewers will view you differently. Well, I ask you this. How many of the people on the show have been placed in my position? How many people on the show have been poked and prodded and put in heightened situations? One thing I don't know how to do, which is crazy when people say, oh, she's not telling the truth, is I don't have a poker face. I don't. I mean, what I'm feeling and thinking is right here. So for someone to say that I'm not, being authentic or even anything close to it is so far from the truth. And what y'all can't do is ask me to be fake. There's growth that is needed in me and everybody. Nobody, to the day we die, we should be forever students on this thing called life. But for y'all to ask of me certain things that y'all know y'all wouldn't give of y'allself. If somebody was poking you or somebody was showed up to your event that you don't mess with, somebody told the world they gave you money, even when the number was wrong, y'all asking me to be someone that y'all would never be because I'm on TV. Nah, I don't not do that. Why you so mad I'm a Taurus and we don't act like that? People kill me with these zodiac signs and they feel like personalities are all the same. I have a best friend that's a Taurus and we are not the same. And I don't think I'm mad, but I have been mad. I have been angry. I have been hurt. I have been all of the human emotions that exist in every human being. And it makes me no different than you. Makes no different than the next person. Because I am a human being. You have been the realest on that person on this show. I love your silent personality. I appreciate it.
Not them lying to her on her own live. She not the realest.
They're probably not what they show. Perception is rarely best wishes. Hey, I don't control anyone's perception. But y'all can visit me at The Destiny Payton and see more of my life and what's going on with me. Do you do 1 week on, 1 week off for child custody? Well, no, we don't. He's primarily with me. And there's a visitation schedule. Any tips on being a business owner, preferably beauty supply? So I had it all mapped out how it was going to be. I actually had paid for a trip and was scheduled to go to China to meet the vendors in person. I was 3 months pregnant and COVID hit and in China. And I was still going like, oh, this ain't real. This ain't nothing. And my ex-husband was like, you ain't going nowhere. Like, what do you think? I'm still going. And then it came to the U.S. and it was like, oh, this thing is real. So I kind of had to fall back on that and then lean on local vendors to get the store filled with products and things like that. So a lot of my plans were derailed by COVID and my divorce and everything else. But my advice to anybody that wants to get into beauty supply is make sure that you have a partnership with other Black-owned beauty supply owners, because what I did was I created a group and became a part of a group of people that were Black-owned beauty, so I do real estate too, Black-owned beauty supply owners. And instead of us having to order $10,000 worth of one product, the edge control that y'all love so much, we would order it together as maybe 7 to 10 stores, so we all could have the product and we all didn't have to put most of our funds into one product. So it kind of helped out across the board. Yep, I don't owe y'all no explanation, but I also do feel like I'm comfortable in the space right now and sharing my journey. I think you and Stormy could be good friends. Yeah, I think so too. Oh Lord Jesus, why not kill people with kindness? Why do y'all want me to kill people with fakeness? If I don't want to be kind in the moment, or what y'all perceive to not be kind in the moment, I ain't gonna do it. If I want to tell y'all to shut the hell up and get out of my business, that's what I'm gonna say. If I don't want nobody to be in my store that I didn't invite, that I didn't have a good moment with the last time I saw y'all, that is reality. Y'all want to be like, oh my God, hi, hi, welcome. Gracious. No, I don't want you there. That's fake. I know y'all like fake these days, but that ain't her. She is not that. And like we were talking about, somebody made mention about the 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. calls. That's a question. Okay. So I put this on my Twitter and I don't tweet, but I said, ask Sheree why he was calling me that late, because guess where I was prior to. I don't even think that the times are accurate. And because what I did was I was in Atlanta rehearsing for my play, and I brought my niece with me because I didn't want to drive there and back. And I was supposed to go to the polo match, but I had the times wrong. I thought it was going to be after my plays rehearsal, but it was actually before. Don't ask me how, I don't know. So Marcel was like, just come by Sheree's house. So I went over there and we played cards and we, had a good time, had some drinks or whatever. And there was some people over. We just had a good time. And I was like, well, we're going to get out of here and get on the road, whatever. And both of them were like, nah, you stay. Like, don't get on the road this late. I'm like, listen, my niece, she ain't, she's good. She's 19. She can drive. So as we were driving back, he was calling, and the both of them were there. Sheree and Martell were calling to check on us to make sure we made it there safely. I said that at the reunion. I said that I didn't say specific that they were checking on us, but I said, where was I at? And it was him and I both at Sheree's house. That was omitted, but to clarify, that's why those calls were being made, and that's what it is. The whole cast has not been put in crazy situations. I just want y'all to I agree, the whole cast has been put in crazy situations, but how many situations have you seen me in? Would I really be sitting there being quiet? Or I might just be chilling. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Your TT gave you a cookie. Look at him. He's so cute. Do an interview with me on my YouTube channel. Listen, I'm letting my assistant handle this from going forward, as she does. But I'm like, let's really vet these people, because my last interview was an interrogation, and it was not the best feeling, and I won't allow myself to be subjected to that again. So People that are wanting an interview, go to booking at Destiny Payton. Let me put that on there too. Can I do that? And you will be vetted by management and my assistant. Booking at destinypayton.com, because I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. What's up, Brandon? Destiny, I understand your frustration on your last interview. It was biased. It was an interrogation. It wasn't even an interview. Interviews, you get to know people. You may have some hard questions, but I mean, it was just like, damn, I'm feeling it. Yeah, those interviews bringing up other people instead of getting to know me. Yeah, that was a setup for sure. Lesson learned. As I say about anything in life going forward, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you won't do that shit again. Did you remember that? Destined to Meet Destiny, which is my fan page. I'll go follow it. I appreciate Miss Peggy Haggard for starting that. I have a fan page. Isn't that cute? I think you had your guard if the questions were legit. I mean, the questions may have been legitimate to you, but they were like spewed out, and it wasn't any. Yeah, you can feel it that way. Let me just let you have it. Yes, contact my assistant. Thank you so much for buying a badge. Again, I appreciate y'all. It was an attack period. That part. You know, it's getting super late, and I know once I lay down, he gonna be asleep. So, y'all have a good night.